She was born with a legendary name, but she built a legacy of her own. Not just Muhammad Ali's daughter, but a force, a fighter, and a queen in the ring. Laila Ali didn't chase the spotlight. She commanded it. With thunder in her fists and elegance in her stride, she stepped into a brutal sport and rewrote the rules. 24 wins, 21 knockouts, 0 defeats, a flawless record in a ruthless game. Every punch, a message. I am not his shadow. I am the storm. She knocked out champions, silenced critics, and turned doubters into believers. And when the gloves came off, she built empires. So, before we relive the rise, the reign, and the radiant strength of Laila Ali, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because this isn't just boxing, it's legacy, owned, earned, and undefeated. Let's get started. Laila Amaria Ali was born on December 30th, 1977, in Miami Beach, Florida, into a name that shook the world before she even took her first breath. The daughter of Muhammad Ali, she was born with legacy in her blood, but she never wanted to be just her father's daughter. She wanted her own fight, her own voice, her own greatness. But the road wasn't paved in gold. Her childhood was turbulent: arrests, rebellion, group homes. By 16, she was a manicurist. By her early 20s, she owned a nail salon. The ring? That came later. And when she told her father that she wanted to fight, he said no. Not because she lacked talent, but because he couldn't see a woman in the ring. But Laila could. In 1999, she stepped through the ropes for the first time and shook the sport awake. A first-round knockout silenced doubters. And from there, she went on a rampage. Along the way, she claimed titles in 2 weight classes, from the WBC to the IWBF. She knocked out veterans like Christy Martin and dismantled rivals in brutal rematches that proved she wasn't living off her last name. She was writing her own. As of 2025, she is worth an estimated $10 million. But boxing was just the beginning, because after hanging up the gloves, she stepped into a new arena: entrepreneurship, television, and empire building. But what turned a troubled girl from Miami into an undefeated champion? Not just any champion, but a force of nature, an icon who danced with pressure, punched through expectation, and never once tasted defeat. That story begins right here. At 18 years old, she made a decision that shocked even her father. She wasn't just going to honor the Ali name. She was going to defend it. In gloves, in the ring. And she didn't take the typical road to get there. No national tournaments. No amateur fights to test the waters. Just a bold declaration on national TV. Good Morning America, across from Diane Sawyer. The daughter of Muhammad Ali was entering the fight game. Her father didn't take the news well. He feared for her safety, feared the brutality of boxing. But if there's one thing Laila inherited from him, it was defiance. Fear was never part of the plan. October 8, 1999. The Turning Stone Resort in Verona, New York. Laila Ali stepped into the ring for her debut. The crowd wasn't there for April Fowler, her opponent. They were there for the name, but they stayed for the knockout. The fight lasted less than a round. Fowler was no match. Ali's punches weren't just powerful. They were precise, calculated, cruel in their efficiency. When the referee waved it off, the crowd roared. She wasn't just a novelty. She was a threat. Her second fight followed weeks later against Shadina Pennybaker. Same result. Knockout. This time with only 3 seconds left on the clock. 9 wins came quickly. And with every victory, the boxing world grew louder. Was she for real? Was this hype or history? The talk intensified when daughters of 2 other legends, Frida Foreman and Jackie Frazier-Lyde, entered the picture. Boxing fans couldn't resist the nostalgia. They wanted legacy. They wanted Ali versus Frazier again. And in June of 2001, they got it. Ali versus Frazier 4, the first ever pay-per-view women's main event. It was more than just a spectacle. It was war. 8 rounds of relentless action. Frazier bloodied and swollen. Ali fractured her collarbone and left with a bloodied nose. But when the judges read the decision, majority win for Ali, it wasn't just a victory. It was a coronation. She had earned her place in boxing, not through her name, but through her fists. After a brief hiatus, she returned with purpose. In 2002, she defeated Chervelle Williams in a 6-round decision. But it was in Las Vegas, just months later, that she added a crown to her name. A brutal second-round knockout of Suzette Taylor gave her the IBA title. The Queen had arrived. Then came November 8, 2002. Standing across from her in the ring was Valerie Mahfoud, a reigning world champion. This was a true test, and Laila passed with devastating clarity. 8 rounds, relentless punishment, blood on Mahfoud's face, belts around Laila's waist. The IWBF, and undisputed respect were hers. Mahfoud wanted revenge. They fought again the following year. The result? Another beatdown. But this time, Ali walked away with more than belts. She had a deep cut above her eyelid, her first serious injury in the ring. Still, she fought through it. That's what champions do. Next came the fight with Christy Martin, the same boxer who'd sparked Laila's interest in the sport years earlier. This was full circle. The mentor had become the opponent, and in just 4 rounds, Ali dismantled her. By now, Laila was an unstoppable storm. She defended her titles like a lioness protecting her pride. Nikki Eplian, Monica Nunez, Cassandra Gigar. They came for her crown, and each one was sent home broken. But not all fights were just about belts. In 2005, she faced Aaron Tuffil, an opponent who made things personal. Tuffil had mocked her, dismissed her, claimed she was nothing without her last name. Laila didn't engage in trash talk. She saved her words for her gloves. June 11th, 2005, on the undercard of Mike Tyson bout, Ali gave the boxing world a show. Round 3 done, the WBC title was hers, and her silence was louder than any insult. Then came Berlin, December 2005. Asa Sandel stepped into the ring hoping to test Ali's limits. She didn't get far. In the 5th round, a brutal right hand from Laila changed everything. Sandel dropped her guard, dazed, defenseless. Ali swarmed her. The referee stopped it. In the crowd, Muhammad Ali stood up and kissed his daughter. It was one of the few times the cameras caught him crying. And for the first time, maybe he understood. She wasn't just his daughter. She was a warrior. One fight, though, remained a ghost. And Wolf, the one name fans begged for. A power-punching wrecking machine with a reputation to match. It was the dream fight. Laila even said it would happen in 2006. But never came. Negotiations stalled. Details crumbled. Some say pride got in the way. Others say it was never realistic. But that what if still lingers in boxing circles today. Instead, Laila fought Shelley Burton, TKO in 4. And finally, in 2007, she stepped back into the ring with Gwendolyn O'Neill, whom she'd once canceled on. This time in Cape Town, South Africa. It was poetic. Full circle. 1 round. Another knockout. And just like that, her career ended the way it started. Explosive, dominant, absolute. 24 wins. 21 knockouts. 0 losses. Undefeated. Unshaken. Unmatched. She walked away on her own terms. But even with all that glory, Laila Ali wasn't done. Because winning in the ring was only part of her story. The next chapter would take her into homes, into businesses, into hearts across America. Television, entrepreneurship, authorship, and advocacy. She was about to show the world that greatness doesn't stop when the gloves come off. But this time, it wasn't about titles or knockouts. It was about love, healing, and building something just as powerful as her legacy in the ring. A family. Laila's journey through relationships has been anything but scripted. In 2000, she married Johnny Yehia McClain, her manager at the time, a former boxer himself. At first, it seemed like a natural pairing, but as her career soared, their bond frayed. By 2005, the marriage ended, and so did their professional partnership. The split was public, but she didn't crumble. She rebuilt. 2 years later, in 2007, she found something solid, Curtis Conway. A former NFL wide receiver, Curtis wasn't intimidated by her strength or her fame. He embraced it. Together, they created a home rooted in respect and support. Laila became a mother to 2 children, Curtis Muhammad Jr. and Sydney Geraldine. and a stepmother to Curtis's 3 kids from a previous relationship, embracing the chaos and beauty of a blended family with open arms. But even behind closed doors, Laila never stopped inspiring. She wrote openly about the loneliness of being Ali's daughter, the scars of her arrests, and even moments of despair. Behind the undefeated record was a woman learning to heal, to lead, and to love with quiet strength. After 24 wins, 0 losses, and a name etched in history, how does a warrior unwind? For Laila Ali, retirement wasn't an end. It was a transition into a new kind of greatness, one measured not by knockouts, but by balance, wellness, and quiet power. Tucked away in the peaceful, sun-drenched hills of Woodland Hills, California, Laila's home is a reflection of everything she's built. Elegant, warm, and intentional. It's a place where luxury doesn't scream, it whispers, where the swimming pool sparkles under soft golden light, and the spacious rooms echo not with the roar of a crowd, but the laughter of children, the rhythm of family, and the calm of purpose. It's not the mansion of a flashy superstar. It's the sanctuary of a woman who knows exactly who she is. She moves through her days with grace and structure. Early mornings, clean meals, movement. Her body may no longer belong to the ring, but it's still treated like the temple that carried her through war. She's a wellness entrepreneur now, the founder of Laila Ali Lifestyle. Her brand speaks the language of strength, clean beauty, organic nutrition, balanced living. She's written cookbooks, hosted TV shows, and appeared as a lifestyle guru, showing that discipline doesn't end with the final bell. And while her garage may not host rows of Lamborghinis, she rides with quiet confidence, sleek SUVs, understated power. No need for spectacle. Her legacy already turned heads. So how does Laila Ali continue to inspire generations beyond the ring? In kitchens, homes, and hearts around the world? That's the story still unfolding. Before you go, don't miss out on exclusive perks. Click the link in the description to become a channel member and enjoy awesome benefits, like suggesting future video topics, getting early access to new content 48 hours before anyone else, and much more. Your support means the world and helps us keep bringing you the stories you love. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. And while you're here, why not check out our deep dive into Claressa Shield video? Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.